How did you get involved in League of Legends?
So I used to play Dota, which is a map on Warcraft 3, and some of my friends recommend me League of Legends because at the time Dota in North America was sort of dying out, the competitive scene, so I was like, okay, let's try this League of Legends. It turned out to be really fun, and then Riot started putting money into it, so there was a bunch of tournaments, so I just started playing and got really good at it, and now I'm on TSM.
What attracted you to this game?
It was just fun. It changed a lot. The devs actually put a lot of effort into it. Like, they didn't just abandon the game after a year after release or something. They kept doing regular patches and stuff, and it's just competitive. Every game is different. That's another draw to it. No game is really the same because you're facing other players. They do different moves and such, so it's a really fun game.
What's it like living in a gaming house?
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's probably not much different from living with a bunch of roommates, though the difference with a gaming house is your place of work happens to be in the gaming house, so there are certain hours where basically it has to be professional. You're basically 5 guys just working and playing the game. Outside of that, it's very similar to just living on your own essentially, because we all have our responsibilities here. We all have to take out the trash, clean dishes and such, but it's mostly, just normal living aside from our workplace happens to be here.
What's it like to always have cameras on you for live streaming?
It's a little weird at first, but I don't really mind because I usually live stream a lot anyway, and I also do vlogs as well, so a lot of people know what goes on in my life. Like, aside from not being able to scratch certain parts of the body, not much is really different. It's just all fun, and you just have to be aware cameras on, so you have to sort of keep the swearing to a minimum. Like, I would swear much more probably, but it's not good though. So it helps there for me.
Why do you think League of Legends is gaining traction?
It's mostly, I think, Riot's really done a really good job marketing, making the game fun and balanced and addicting. So since they put a lot of effort and time into it, it's paying off. Not many developers do this until now. Like, I know Blizzard's putting more money into StarCraft because they saw what Riot was doing and was like, wow, it's really working. Because a lot of devs just forget about the game after a year or something, or just don't put as much time and effort. Because when League of Legends was just not even this big, they were giving out patches every couple weeks. So it really showed the community that they were listening and they were trying to fix the game, make it better. A lot of games don't do this. They maybe do 1 or 2 patches and that's it. Like, move on to the next game. But Riot's done a really good job of keeping the game fun and balanced.
What do you want Riot to do with Season 4?
So far, LCS has been pretty good. I don't know. I guess the 2 things on a lot of people's minds is the amateur scene isn't that great right now because there's not many tournaments. Because right now, if they don't qualify for LCS, there's not much for them to do for the next 9 months, and possibly maybe making the schedule a little less games maybe, because we basically flew to LA every week for about 10 weeks, aside from 1 week where we had a bye week. So, and that means you can't really follow a lot of the other scenes, like, because at the same time Europe was doing the same thing, so we couldn't. Like, basically we wouldn't be able to see much of the European games because we'd be flying to LA at the time. So probably just less games maybe, or maybe alternating weeks between Europe and North America, so everyone can see all the games and follow both the Europe scene and the North American scene, because I couldn't really follow the Europe scene aside from the top few teams because it's just too much to follow.
With Activision developing esports features for Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Microsoft readying Halo 4 for pro gaming, how many games can esports support?
I believe it probably could support a lot of games. I mean, there's like millions and millions of gamers. Like, I believe there's more gamers now than ever now. I know Call of Duty has a lot of people, so like, if they just tap a little bit of that user base to actually watch competitive play, then it will be probably very successful. FPS is a different genre, so I know there's like millions and millions that play it on console now. Like maybe a decade ago when I played console games, that was unheard of having that many numbers, but now it's more mainstream, so a lot of people are getting into it, so I'm pretty sure esports can just continue to grow right now.
What separates League of Legends from this crowd?
League of Legends basically started a huge trend towards esports because it had such a big user base that it brought in people that had no clue what esports were into the scene. So suddenly there's more people playing, there's more people wanting to go competitive, there's more people watching. So it really it basically told the casual crowd that there's esports going on, there's a competitive side to this game. So it's really, really good. Like StarCraft sort of had trouble with that. A lot of the players wouldn't get past the single player campaign maybe, or yeah, and stuff like that. But Riot's done a really good job of informing everyone, all their audience. So even if a little percentage of that audience that originally wouldn't go see esports showed up, that's basically really, really big considering how many millions of people play it. So Riot's done a really, really good job on that front.
Do you think there will be a day when StarCraft 2 and League of Legends fans can get along?
No, not really. It's like Xbox versus PlayStation. It'll never go down. That's the internet for you. Fans will always be very vocal about their game, very passionate about their game, and probably won't accept anyone else. But I mean, oh well, what can you do? It's always fun to have rivalry. There's always going to be internet trolls. It's the internet. Welcome to the internet, basically.